Hi heathens! Today's video we have a haul, first impressions try on video. I placed an order from a brand called CColors. Now I went to their website for something that I didn't even wind up getting because it was sold out. And that's because I saw Tati, I'm sure everyone knows who she is, but Glam Life Guru here on YouTube, who had made Tati Beauty, which is sadly no longer active. They have like a flat out, calling it a dupe doesn't even feel right because it is a flat out replication of the Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. So that was what I originally went to get, but it is sold out, presumably because Tati made the video about it and tested them side by side. But while I was there, I was like scrolling through their other items, and it's kind of like just dupes of other items, like the whole website, which I find kind of crazy because it's like, how has nobody said anything? But I want to try the quality because I saw the quality of the, they just call their neutrals, but the neutrals palette, and like it doesn't seem bad, but I want to see how it performs myself. So eventually I want to snag that palette if it ever comes back in stock, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been watching for it. Ow. Because I'm sure like almost every single Tati fan out there probably wants to get their hands on it. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that missed the opportunity to snag it because I saw her video a little too late. But I managed to get, like I said, a few other things. So I'm going to show y'all what I got. And I'm going to be honest with you, these palettes, I'm not 100% sure if they're like Pat McGrath dupes because I've never owned a Pat McGrath palette, but that's the vibes that the inside of them give me. So if you know what they're supposed to be, please let me know. But without further ado, we're going to get on into it. I got 3 eyeshadow palettes and a lipstick collection. So we're going to, well, it's well packaged, my goodness. Okay, God. I'm going to take out everything that I got, and we're going to get right on into the viewing. So the lipsticks, as I'm sure you can tell, are like the Kylie Cosmetics dupe. You can see like the little drops down the top of the tubes. And this is a Bold and Classics Reds collection. So I'm really excited to give that a go because I'm a sucker for a good red lip, and we know that. So the 3 palettes that I got, they're all kind of the same design, 14 colors. So we're just gonna go one by one. So this first one is Glamorous, which has like a nice snake print background on the box. They do have mirrors in them. This one's actually giving me like Laura Lee Los Angeles vibes. Like, nudie patootie. It's a bunch of nudes. We have a row of all shimmers. We've got some shimmers up top and then 4 matte shades. I'm going to give some of them swatches. So these actually have names based on where they think the color should be used. And I know there was another brand that did that, and I, for the life of me, can't think of who it was. So let's swatch Crease, which looks like a nice beige. One of the center eyelids. Ooh, that was smooth. And outer eyelid. Okay, these swatch pretty nice, or at least on my finger. I don't know how they swatch, but we're gonna find out. So, crease, center eyelid, outer eyelid. Wow, okay. Those are actually like really pigmented. Wow. Super smooth. Okay. Next palette we have Diamond. take this one seems to have debatably 2 or 3 mattes. Everything else is a shimmer. But these have like actual names for the colors. We have some really nice colors here if they perform the same as they look. So let's swatch Ring, because I don't know if that one's a matte. Okay, no, I think this is all shimmers. Flash and Dazzle. These are all very soft. I will give them that. Like, they're effortless to swatch and pick up pigmentation on my fingers. Now, how that, oh my gosh. How that's gonna translate onto the eye with a brush, that's what we need to find out. But again, those swatched really nicely. Like that blue, like blue-green, is gorgeous. Then the last palette is Autumn, which the exterior is definitely giving me some autumn vibes, which we are out of, but that is okay. It is another neutral palette, but a little bit darker and with more mattes. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 9 mattes, because I can't tell if Equinox is a matte shade or not. So same thing as before. I'm gonna give some of these swatches and then we're gonna put some stuff on my eyes. So let's try Orchard, because it's the black. Okay. You know, blacks intimidate me, so let's see if Equinox is a matte or a shimmer. I still can't really tell. And let's swatch Cozy. Okay, so that's like a thicker, almost glittery formula, which is what I expected based on the way it looked. Alright, so that black is really, really nice. Okay, so let me get this off of my fingers. And I swatched them very awkwardly here on the side of my hand. I don't even know if you can see the other shade under those two, but okay. Alright, alright, alright. So, I think I'm going to go for using... let's go for Autumn, and I'm going to use on one eye the mattes and shimmers from this one, and then on the other eye I'm going to go in with some of the shimmers from Diamond. So I'm going to put those behind me while I am doing my eyeshadow, so that I do not knock them off my desk, as in typical Sunny fashion. Make sure there's nothing on my face. So, of course, bare eyes, and usually when I try a new palette, I do not use eyeshadow primer because I want to see strictly how the palette performs, just on its own. So let me get a makeup wipe so I don't get these swatches all over my shirt, and then we will get on into it. So, brush you. Alright, I'm gonna see how easily these come off. Okay. Little bit of pressure for the black, but not bad. Okay. I'm nice and clean, and I can see all the color on the makeup wipe. So, let me find a brush. I don't know where my little swatching thing is, so I'm going to make sure this brush is clean on the makeup wipe. So I'm going to be using the fluffy SL Miss Glam brush. This is a SS57 blender brush. Just making sure there's as little like cross-contamination from whatever palette I used this in last. Okay. So fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap into Crisp, then Kernel, and then Earth. Those are the shades I'm going to use. I will let you know if I switch brushes. So first is Crisp, and I'm going to be doing this full palette on this eye. So we're going to start by just patting this shade down. Okay, off to a good start so far. It's only one shade, but we have some pigmentation, so that's a good thing. I am going to use this as my base for the other eye as well, so I am going to go ahead and tap back into it and put some down over here before I have any of the other colors on it, so that this eye doesn't get colors that I wasn't looking to put down. But that way I don't have to find another brush with a similar shape and density. Okay, so now I'm going to tap into Kernel. And that's kernel like popcorn kernel, the way it's spelled. I am also patting this one all over, but leaving most of the focus on the outer half. These are blending really well. Like, I'm not mad at that at all. Now I'm going to find a slightly, maybe smaller brush. Let's use this. This is the Tresluce B103. Got a little hair on it. And I'm going to tap into Earth. And I'm going to focus this just on that outer corner. Get a little bit more. And the amount of fallout with this palette isn't bad either. Like, I've got a little bit if it picks up like right under the eye, but nothing major at all. Let's let in a little more light. I'm gonna take this same brush, the same brush that has that earth shade, and gently go underneath the eye to just deepen it out. All right, now let's use, I'm going to use Spice as my main shimmer, and as usual I'm going to try first with my finger. Picks up really nicely and puts down really nicely. Got a little bit left on my finger, going in for a second to just pat it. Got a little bit, like I said, left on my finger, but again, nothing major. I'm really pleased with the way that looks. Alright, now I'm going to take Cozy, which is that like almost glittery one, for the inner corner. Might be a little much for the inner corner, but that's okay. We're rolling with it. Alright, next I'm going to tap into Diamond for the other eye. And yeah, this is just shimmers. So we're going to try to use a brush because I want to try to put like one shade and one shade. We're going to see how these work with a brush. So on the outside, I want to go into the shade Luster, which is this blue shimmer. Let's see. Okay, it picks up okay on the brush. Now, let's get a little bit of setting spray. see what we can do. I want this shade on the outside of the eye. So I'm just going to take it and tap it out there. It's not looking bad. Get a little bit more on the brush. It seems to be working okay with a brush. Do I still feel like it would be more pigmented with my finger? Yes. Is this awful? No. Am I getting a lot of fallout? Yes. You can definitely see more fallout on this one than the last one. Just pat down a little bit more. Now I'm going to take the makeup wipe and clean the rest of the color off that brush and then get this fallout so that I can clean up that corner of the eye. I'm gonna go in with the same brush on the other side just to try to not taint it as much as possible. And I'm gonna go in with, let's try Beam. This gold is just calling my name. Again, I'm going in with the brush, so we'll see how that works. This one seems a little chunkier, the way that it picks up. I don't know if you can really tell or not. A little more spray. And then this is going to go on the inner half of the eye. Well, I guess inner third, because I didn't leave myself a whole lot of wiggle room there, did I? Tap in, get a little bit more on the brush. I like that. Take it under the eye. Wow, for some reason that's really pigmented under the eye. I wasn't expecting it to be as pigmented as it is, because like it is a gold, so I expected it to kind of like, I don't know, blend in a little bit more. Okay, so for the inner corner for this eye, I'm gonna just jazz it up and use Dazzle, which is this bright pink, for the inner corner. And okay, it is definitely a colorful look, but I wanted to like play around with some of the colors, you know, see how it performs. Now I'm gonna put on some mascara. This is the ColourPop Level Up Lengthening Mascara in brown, before I go into the lips. Totally random, but if anyone has any tips on parting with material goods, please let me know. I've tried the like what's it called, the Kondo, Marie Kondo, you know what I mean, that thing, and I wind up answering that a lot of things give me pleasure or spark joy, when I feel like that could just be because I like looking at them, not necessarily because I like wearing them. So, finding it a little difficult to part with things that I feel like I should probably part with. Especially if I want to bring new things into my wardrobe. I obviously need to get some things out of my wardrobe. And there's a few things that I've been eyeing, particularly some pants that I can wear to work. But as is, I don't really have a lot of places to put them. And as much as I can justify buying them, because obviously things that I can wear to work is a good thing. That's kind of a necessity. I have nowhere to put them. So I have to get rid of something to bring something in. My brain just won't let me. Okay. I'm going to show you the eyes up close now that they have mascara on. And you can let me know which eye you prefer. Okay. Now that we have eyeshadow on, let's try the lips. Now, the Kylie lip kits were known for being particularly drying, and obviously a lot of matte lipsticks are, but especially were back then. Almost threw this whole box on the floor. So I want to see if these are trying to imitate that same formula, or if they're going for just the look on the packaging. Do they have names? No, it doesn't look like they do. Yeah, they have numbers. 22, B4, 19. That one just says red, and that says cherry bomb. Okay, so some of them have names, some of them have numbers. I don't really understand that, but I'm gonna try this one, which is 22. It's got kind of an orangey red vibe. So my lips are kind of chapped, but they're not super dry. So shouldn't be too bad. Does my lip look bruised? Weird. Okay. Okay. So it got stuck in there. I don't know if there's any salvaging that. Try to push it back down. Nope. Okay, well, this shade is unusable. Love that for me. Let's try again. So far, eyeshadows, thumbs up. Lipsticks, I'm starting out less than impressed. Okay, let's go for 19, which has sort of a brownish undertone. Please don't break off inside. Are you kidding me? What? If I open every single one of these and the freaking bit pops off right at the top, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. 2 down, 3 potentials. Let's try this one, which is Cherry Bomb, which actually looks like it's leaning a little pink, but can I get it out? Hey! We have 1. So let's go ahead and try this one before I open the other ones. Nice pigmentation right off the bat. I don't smell like anything. I meant to smell it when I first opened it because that's usually what I do, but I was so distracted by the others just popping off that I forgot. So you can definitely see every single crease on my mouth. From a distance, it looks great. I love the color. It has really, really nice pigmentation. It feels like it's going to actually dry down matte and not go anywhere, but every single line in my lips. I do, however, want to try to open the last two and see if they're usable. So this is B4, like the letter B, number 4, not before. This is frustrating. 3 out of 5 so far that don't work. 1 left to test. This is the shade Retro Red. That one works. Isn't it a little weird? Did anyone else notice the 2 with actual names are the ones that the wand stayed together that worked, and the ones that have like numbers, like not full fleshed out names, are the ones that didn't work? Because all 3 of these that failed on me, B4, 19, and 22, they don't have real names. Then these 2, Cherry Red, or excuse me, Cherry Bomb and Retro Red, have real full names, and the wands work. It's a little strange. Okay, so all in all, my thoughts for this haul. Okay, the eyeshadow I was really, really, really happy with. Very excited to keep playing around with it and seeing how it goes, especially with eye primer, playing around with all those shimmers. I'd love to know y'all's thoughts. Maybe it was other palettes that I saw in there that were giving me Pat McGrath vibes, because opening those, it's definitely not Pat McGrath. The 2 neutral ones are definitely Laura Lee Los Angeles vibes. And the shimmer one, I don't even know what that would remind me of. The lipsticks, however. I'm pretty disappointed. Like, despite the fact that it looks drying, but it's comfortable all in all. Easy application, good pigmentation. As I thought, almost completely transfer proof. I've got a little bit that was probably right around the inside of my mouth. Only 2 of 5 worked, which is not good odds. So, pretty disappointed about the lips, but the eyeshadows seem to be a win. So let me know your thoughts down below. Have you ever heard of this brand? Have you ever bought from this brand? Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.